Hi. Would you like to know how to improve your business? Interested? Or would you like to survive from suicide? Suicide to success. It can be a personal suicide or it can be a career suicide. It can be an organizational suicide. Suicide to success. Interested? Then stay with me. You might be knowing my work on the last 2 decades with over 700 YouTube videos. State, I would say I'm Dr. P. Sundaram, a suicide survivor, now a relationship online mentor, helping young people attain their personal strategy of success. Once a suicide survivor, now a grandfather of a 40 person joint family, ex head HR, and now a relationship mentor, pioneered NLP movement in India, worked with prisoners in central jail, got an NLP doctorate, but these are my blah blah blahs. Okay, where I can help you with my mission is to help 1 million young couples on this earth, help them lead an awesome life, but with mathematical certainty. My mission is very simple. My message is very simple. Rewire your mind, re-edit your heart, and rewrite your life story. If you have to rewire your thoughts, if you have to rewire your mind, rewire your thoughts, you should have a new concept. The old you has to die and the new has to come out. The old you dies when you update yourself. Right. My mentor told me to complete this great by choice, Jim Collins. And I this book I read about 2 decades ago. I was reading Good to Great, that book. That was something I didn't much appreciate that, but at the time I was not so matured to think about it 2 decades ago. But now this book is more relevant for me. This book, Greatness by Choice. It deals Jim Collins. Here it talks about how the companies, we call them 10x behavior, 10x companies, and the comparative companies, they survived in confusion, in uncertainty, an environment which was unpredictable. That is something like Kuwait time. That is the reason I find myself, my company is almost having the same rough environment. We do not know when it will start, how it will start, when it will end. Okay, when the new venture is going to start. That made me relevant about it, and I just went through this chapter 4. Chapter 4 is empirical creativity. This he calls it fire bullets and cannonballs. This is to make it very simple. This is a study of how certain companies exceed themselves in an uncertain, unpredictable environment. He calls them this. The company he studies is called 10x companies, and the other companies who could not succeed, he called them the comparative companies. So he found that comparative companies had a biggest break-even innovation. They were doing a lot of research and development, and without considering about the environment. Whereas, to tell you frankly, the 10x has not done any research, not accepted any innovation, but they do innovation, and if it fails, they will learn from it or they will drop off. They're not a person who are promoting innovation. They are highly disciplined, and any sort of innovation they do, if there is no signal for improvement, they once again recalibrate that, then go ahead. So he calls it the bullets and the cannonball. Bullet is nothing but the work you're doing. Okay. Cannonball is something like you have perfected the science of bullet training, then you go for cannonball. So that is how we call it. So practically in summary, the 10x's have not done any sort of cannonball work. Very few cannonballs there. So whereas if you look at the comparative people, they went for high cannonballs without deliberating it. In fact, they were violently the breakthrough about it. One learning is forget about as the entrepreneur. Please forget about your breakthroughs. Focus on your discipline. Focus on ethics. Focus on saving your customer and saving yourself. So what are my 10x's? What are my bullets? What are my cannonballs? The bullet number one is my one-to-one counseling, which I do. I have got a different range of counseling services. One was the telephone counseling is one bullet. Then a video counseling is one bullet. Email counseling is one bullet for every team, and having a video counseling is one to one. Consultancy is one bullet. Then the sort of a breakthrough is one bullet. The training is one bullet, and these are different bullets which we keep on firing. And we experimented with a few cannonballs. When webinar training was one cannonball because we're perfecting the science. We are not doing a unpredictable venture. So Any bullet can be converted to a cannon ball, provided you do a calibrated work. That is where our science is doing it. And I also want you to kindly go back and check up whether your process is working, whether you calibrated it, whether your systematized it. If you're done, it's okay. If you're not done, please go ahead and do that. And even in life, what you cannot measure, you cannot improve. What you cannot record, you will not be able to analyze. So please maintain a record, maintain a high set of discipline. And the discipline is with respect to the process you are doing. Okay. So the message is very simple. As all innovative companies, they don't give preference so much for innovation. They give preference for more for discipline. That is where he calls us fire cannonballs. Fire bullets before you fire the cannonball. Maybe 10 bullets in one cannonball. The ratio should be less. One, that is a calibrated cannonball, you can go for bigger cannonball. Okay, thank you very much for the learning. And this, I thank my mentor for asking me to go through this. I'm loving this book. Great by chance. I would request any innovative entrepreneur or a management student or a business management to go through that, so that you can save your company, you can save yourself, looking into your future in uncertainty. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You can contact me or Dr. Sundaram, suicide survivor, okay, and now an online relationship mentor. And if you want 100% relationship success in a measurable format, please contact me. My number is already there in social media. And thank you. Thanks a lot.